Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. What's going on, Pile 1? Welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading, tapping in and channeling through your person's this is who you are to them. We are tapping into who you are to your person, where it is that you currently stand with them, and what it is they're wanting when it comes to you and their connection with you, okay? So just keep in mind, it's a collective general love reading, so whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing though, just drop that bit of information or that message and leave it behind for whomever it's resonating with. I do have personal readings available where I am able to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All of the booking details are there. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, okay? And I do have this exact reading available in this exact format. So go check them out, see which ones fit your needs. We're gonna get going right with your reading. You guys were drawn to the Mookaite. Now what you guys don't know, okay, is that the other 2 stones and the other 2 piles have writing on them. You didn't see them in the thumbnail because I, didn't want to reveal them, but you guys, your stone doesn't have any writing on it. So this feels like a clean slate. There might be a desire for a clean slate, maybe getting, I'm hearing something about getting started on the right foot, or something about like getting going again, but this time on the right foot, something like that. Okay, Mookaite, that's root chakra energy, stabilizing, so maybe there's something here about stabilizing the connection, grounding it, feeling safe in the connection. Okay, a lot of energies coming through just in the stone that you guys picked already. Let's see who you are to your person. We have mending. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. There may be because I can talk about forgiveness, making amends, and yes, getting off on the right foot. That's what I was trying to say earlier, getting off on the right foot. Okay, so I don't know if there's a need for an apology, if there's a need for forgiveness. letting bygones be bygones. I'm hearing something like, can we try this again? Can we give it another go? That kind of energy. And then we also have the Three of Wands. Yeah, there's the Fool. Okay, there it is. That's that clean slate energy. Holy hell. The Fool energy coming through. And then the Page of Wands in the reverse. We'll have to see what's going on with that reversal energy right there. But for the most part, this is your person kind of looking forward in the future, towards the future with you. But that Fool is very important. It's like, can we please, you know, forgive and forget to the best of our ability, clean slate, move forward. But with that Three of Wands, this is, you know, your person letting you know for who you are to them, pile one. They still see a future with you and they still want a future with you. But this Fool energy, that clean slate energy, and it's coming out twice, okay? Again, this is the only stone of the three piles that doesn't have any writing on it, and that's because it's coming through in the energy of wanting to signify or symbolize a clean slate. It's like you guys can write whatever you want on this stone, right? And actually there is something coming through too, pile one. For those of you that maybe do, you know, maybe rituals, or just you like to have things around to kind of symbolize things or anchor that energy in. You know, maybe collect something or find something that, if you decide to give this, you know, another chance or something like that, find something that signifies a clean slate in your guys' connection as a way to kind of anchor that energy in. Because a clean slate means not visiting the past, not bringing the past up, not allowing the past to get in the way of the present. Right? And almost what this is coming through, pile one, it's like, okay, the relationship that we had in the past, the one that was causing us all these problems, the connection, the energy, right? That energy is gone. Your person is saying, let's drop it all behind with the Fool here and let's start on something completely brand new. They want a new relationship dynamic with you in a way that you guys have never experienced before. And it includes a kind of dynamic where you do feel safe and you do feel rooted, like this connection actually getting rooted, okay, in a good way. What's going on with that Page of Wands in the reverse? This is feeling like your person not, so the Page of Wands can talk about maybe careless, why is that? Oh my God, Careless Whisper. Is that it? That movie there might be a movie that you guys know that has that song by George Michael called Careless Whisper. But there may also be something about that song. I think if I recall correctly, that song, Careless Whisper, is about someone who, like, I'm never gonna dance again. It carries that vibe of somebody who is very reckless and careless with, you know, their connection with their person, and they maybe cheated or did something else like that, and now they're feeling regretful. So that could be an energy of what's going on here, okay? Careless Whisper by George Michael is coming through. But what I was going to say with the Page of Wands in the reverse, this can also talk about reckless or careless communication, okay? But let me see what's going on with the Page of Wands in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. This may be, okay, so for those of you where you might be waiting on your person to solidify things with you, this is why they might be dragging their feet or they're hesitant to actually take the jump, because the Fool energy here that's a leap of faith, right? That can definitely signify a leap of faith. And if you look at the image of the girl, the woman on the card, she's standing right at the edge of some kind of cliff or a precipice, you know, maybe contemplating like she's getting ready to dive in or jump off or something like that, right? It's a leap of faith, knowing that, you know, once you make that leap, that everything is going to be okay. Your person could be really looking at the ways that they were careless with their communication, the ways they were careless with, you know, their romantic and sexual energy when it comes to you and their connection with you, especially for those of you that may have experienced, you know, your person dabbling in third parties and stepping out on the connection and cheating and betrayal and all that stuff, okay? That can also talk about a lack of confidence and not really feeling sure whether or not this is, like, that clean slate is doable. Wanting to make an offer, but not quite sure, is it going to be enough? It doesn't feel like your person, what they're saying is that they're not sure that what they have to offer you is going to help you get over whatever the past was that happened between the two of you. It's like, yeah, you know, I'll offer pile one my heart. I'll offer pile one a commitment. I'll even offer pile one, you know, moving in together, getting married, engaged, children, whatever. But is that going to be enough for pile one to forgive and to the best of pile one's ability to forget the past? Your person isn't being flippant in this energy. They know that it, you know, for a lot of people, it is very difficult. Some people can do that. Some people have the ability to just act as if the past never happened and move forward, right? And they're realizing you're not that kind of person, you know. No shade either way. I'm not that kind of person, you know. You know, I've been cheated on before, and I could never get over it. So, you know, your person is understanding, pile one, that, you know, that might be a tall order for you. That could be a very difficult ask of them to make of you. And that's where that Page of Wands in the reverse, a lot of that feels that's what that's coming from. Like, they want that new beginning with you. They want that clean slate, but they're not sure that it's going to be able to be pulled off, right? That it's going to be achievable, even though that they want that. That's what they want. All right. Let's find out what what their thoughts and feelings are real quick. We're going to get 3 of these cards. Pile one's person, what are their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings? One more shuffle. Pile one's person, their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings. Pile one's person, show me their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings when it comes to pile one and their connection with pile one, please. Show me their real, true, honest thoughts and feelings. We might have to flip these over. Your person's being very quiet. Yeah, and that can make sense too with that Page of Wands in the reverse. Not a whole lot of communication happening here. Show me pile one's person, real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile one, please, and their connection with pile one. There's we go. Okay, what do we got? I'm not ready. Ooh, and that is showing up right underneath the 3 of Wands. Yeah. So not ready to speak, not ready to reconcile, not ready to like who you are to them. Yes, you're the one they want to try again with. You're the one that they want to reconcile with, and they're not ready for that yet. Okay, let's see. Give me a couple more. I'm afraid it won't work out. Yeah, that is showing up right underneath the Fool. It's like they're afraid that, you know, you guys will give it another go, you know. And it's still not going to work out. There's a lot of fear driving your person right now. And then we have my heart belongs to you. And bottom of the deck says, I can't get you off my mind. Okay, your person thinks about you all the time, pile one. So right now, you know, your person isn't really doing anything in the physical in terms of, you know, initiating this brand new start between the two of you. It's more of a hope and a dream. It's something that they want, you know, and that they aspire to but there's still a lot of fear that your person has. They want to apologize. They want to mend things with you. And that's about just kind of where it's at, right? They think about you all the time. Their heart belongs to you. You're the one that they want to be with. You're the one they want to spend their life with and their future with. Let's find out, though, why aren't they ready? And it might be because they're just afraid that it won't work out. But what's going on? Tell me why pile one's person isn't ready. Tell me more about I'm not ready for pile one's person. Oh, yeah. They're not confident yet. Okay, King of Wands in the reverse. Again, that's pointing back to that Page of Wands in the reverse energy. It's like that's what they want, but they're not confident that that's what's going to happen. The clean slate, talking about the clean slate. They're not confident that it's going to work out. Again, your person has a lot of fears, doubts, and insecurities when it comes to reconciling here. When it comes to being able to fully utilize a clean slate, or to just be able to clean the slate off at all, right? If they could wave a magic wand, that's what they would have. That, you know, they'd wave a magic wand, and you would forgive and forget, and have full trust and faith in them, in the connection, and you know, be solidly grounded, and feel safe with them, and fully trust them, and not have any suspicions pop up. That's what they would do if they were able to wave a magic wand. But your person is being very realistic. They know that they don't have the ability to do that, you know, and they understand why you're feeling the way that you do about what happened in the past, and having a hard time. You know, you might be able to forgive, but you know, you may not be able to forget. And some of you may even be having a hard time forgiving, understandably. Okay. Let's see. Tell me more. Actually, what we're going to do is find out where you stand with your person. Where does pile one currently stand with their person? Love. Okay, this is unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Tell me more. Where does pile one currently stand with their person? Photograph. This feels like they want to make new memories, okay? Like that. So they want to make new memories. They want to be able, oh yeah, they're saying new memories to cover up, like good memories. They want to make new memories that are good memories to help make up for and cover up maybe some of the bad memories that the two of you have together, or that you have when it comes to them. But photograph says, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and make new memories. And so where you stand with them, they do miss you. They miss you, pile one, okay? They look at your photos. They regularly get nostalgic over you. Again, remember, your person is saying over here, they can't get you off their mind. That's constantly buzzing in the background, no matter what they're doing. No matter what they're doing, who they're with, whatever they got going on, you're always there, okay? They think about you constantly. Let's get one more. Where does pile one currently stand with their person? Give me one more. The chaser, okay? Yes, they're in pursuit. Okay, they are in the chaser energy. This is chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. Yeah, and they are afraid to some degree that, again, well, not to some degree, they are. It says so right here, I'm afraid it won't work out. They also do have a fear of rejection or a fear of abandonment. There is something coming through about your person, like even if you were able to, you know, forgive and forget the past, pile one, they're still very leery about maybe some old patterns coming back. Okay, we have lightning here at the bottom of the deck. This says, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, yeah. So there's something here that they've realized about you and their connection with you that maybe up until this point they hadn't realized before. Okay, again, with love, we have unconditional love. Let's find out what that lightning energy is. What is this? What was the shocking news or the surprise or the epiphany? Tell me, for pile one's person. Tell me more about strength. We got Leo and Aquarius energy coming through. I also associate Fool with Aries as well. Oh, that's what that is. Let me double check though. Hold on. Yeah, you've tamed the beast. Okay. Whatever it was, okay, that beast being maybe their shadow side or their lower nature or something like that, you tame it, okay? Or they've had some kind of an epiphany that has tamed that beast and put you in the role of taming that beast, okay? So, I mean, it's, if you guys have experienced betrayal from your person, something happened. Like, yes, something happened in terms of maybe some irresponsible sexual energy here with the Ace of Wands, you know, a roaming eye, stuff like that, where you didn't tame the beast, right? The beast meaning their lower nature and their shadow. It was running rampant. You know, they could have had some kind of a void or whatever the case may be. But since, okay, they've had some kind of an epiphany where it put you right in that role of being able to tame that quote-unquote beast. You're the only one now, it feels like, that your person is wanting to be with, okay? Again, though, there is some fears, some doubts, and some insecurities that your person has, though, hoping that that stays put, meaning, you know, hoping that you guys get off on the right foot this time, you know, to clean that slate, and, you know, that lower nature gets too big for this connection. There's some fear with that. But, oh yeah, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Happily Ever After card. We got the Ten of Cups. They're happy with you. They were happiest with you. Does pile one have anything to worry about when it comes to that lower nature? Or to concerned about, we'll put it that way. Does pile one have anything to be concerned about when it comes to that lower nature? No, you don't. Okay, that's good. So, I mean, that's just kind of your person, you know, wanting to make sure, you know, I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but it's like, things are going really good and you feel like you've gotten a really good handle on things, but because of certain patterns from the past, you're still kind of leery. That's another reason why your person hasn't reached out, right? It's because they could be wanting to take some time to make sure, okay, before I approach or pursue or chase pile one, you know, towards, you know, reconciliation, towards cleaning the slate, towards whatever this offer might be that they're wanting to make towards you, I need to make sure that that lower nature is tamed, right? It's like somebody going sober and feeling really good about going sober, but there's always that looming fear, like it's going to come back and just hit them out of left field. It's that kind of a thing. They don't want that lower nature to come back. They want you, all right? And at the same time, they're afraid, you know, the Oogie Boogie's gonna come and just hit them out of left field, and then, you know, they're gonna repeat the very same pattern that got you guys to where you're at right now. All right, let's see, what are we doing now? What do they want? What does pile one's person want when it comes to pile one ultimately? Opposites. This is differences creating barrier, love and strife, love versus ego, two opposing forces. We'll see what that's about. Paralyzed. They don't want this connection going anywhere. in terms of like, they don't want you guys to go on two separate paths, right? They want you to stay together or to be together. But this is paralyzed by love, holding back, fear of falling in love. Let's get one more. What does pile one's person want when it comes to pile one? Now, I will say, yeah, there's mental prison. They're actually, they're kind of worried about things. This feels more like they're worried about what they want not ever really being able to happen. Okay. They're worried about the slate not being able to be cleaned, and then if it is cleaned, they're worried about, you know, old patterns or old habits or old addictions just popping back out of nowhere, even though right now your person feels very strong in that energy where you are taming that quote-unquote beast. They feel very strongly in that right now, but there is a fear of it like just popping back in for some reason. Bottom of the deck says dating. Okay, ready to start dating, meeting new love interests, getting over someone, but that feels like they're wanting to date you, right? Getting back out there with you, okay? Creating new good memories with you. That's what that dating feels like it's tied to. Like they want to make good memories with you for the purposes of replacing maybe the bad ones that you guys have had. It's almost like revising your guys' past, okay? Tell me about opposites here, please. Why is this here? For what you want or what pile one's person wants with them. Tell me more about opposites. Oh, they want to learn. Okay. So your person is acknowledging that you guys are opposites in many ways, and maybe prior, you know, they were focusing or hyper fixating on those opposites, not understanding that opposites can be utilized within a connection for good, right? Whatever your strengths are, you know, makes up for whatever their weaknesses are in the same area, and vice versa. And so they're wanting to learn how to navigate whatever your guys' opposites are, because your person is realizing like being opposite isn't, it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's polarity, right? Polarity is the basis of attraction. And so your person's like understanding like, oh, okay, you know, they could have been very full of ego up until, you know, a certain kind of point prior to having this epiphany where they were like, I want somebody just like me, right? Not understanding it. And maybe they did go find somebody that was just like them. And then it's like there was no polarity, and, you know, the attraction died down in that, and like very, you know, usually if you get with somebody that where there's no polarity there, attraction can fizzle out fairly quickly. In fact, you come to find out it wasn't attraction at all. It was just that novelty. And then once the newness, the novelty wore off, you're like, well, there really wasn't a basis for attraction there. And so your person is saying what they want to do is, yes, they want to learn and how to navigate your guys' opposites, because opposites attract, right? And learn how to work with your guys' opposite natures in a way that can strengthen your guys' connection. You know, again, their strengths make up for your weaknesses, and your strengths make up for their weaknesses. All right, let's find out what's going on with mental prison. Actually, let me look at paralyzed. Tell me more about paralyzed. This is paralyzed by love, holding back, fear of falling in love. Tell me more about paralyzed. Why is this coming out as their intentions or what they want? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they're not. Okay. This almost feels like, because this is showing up right underneath the Fool in photograph, this almost feels like your person, yes, although they want this Fool energy, they want that clean slate, that brand new, you know, start with you.
they're not ready for it yet with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not, like right now, again, they think about you all a lot. It came out twice. So we have it at the back of the deck and then thinking of you a lot with mental prison. Your person wants this. They're damn near low-key obsessed about this brand new beginning with you. And at the same time, being afraid that it's not going to work out, that it's not going to be victorious, that it's only going to cause you guys, you know, together more pain. That fear is kind of keeping them trapped in this space of wanting it but not taking action towards it. Okay, tell me more about mental prison. The King of Wands. Tell me more about the King of Wands as it's relating to... Okay. So this feels like they're overthinking, but in the right way. They're really wanting to make sure that they've covered all of their bases, because again, they don't have any intention of failing with you. They don't have any intention of hurting you, of none of that, right? And so they're trying to figure out every single worst case scenario that could play out, and they're rehearsing it in ways like, okay, if this happens, how can I, you know, if something happens, how can I handle that in a way that is going to please pile one and honor my connection with pile one? Yes, they are overthinking and creating scenarios, but they're doing it for the purposes of almost trying to hedge their bets when it comes to things working out between the two of you. This is not them withholding an offer there with the Four of Cups in the reverse. It's the exact opposite. They don't want to hold their energy back from you. You know, that King of Wands in the upright position, that's a king that, you know, takes fully aligned action. Your person has every intention of being with you, okay? But again, attention at, you know, before you start taking action, it's just a want and a desire. You know, it doesn't actually, you know, really it doesn't have anything to it until you actually start taking action. So before your person is even taking action, before they're even going to offer this to you or let you even know that this is available, they're playing in their head every worst case scenario. They don't want to fail. Okay, with you, pile one. For many of you, again, they don't want to fail again. All right, you guys, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It is a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so. Simply by subscribing. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile one, I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, you guys. Pile two, what is going on? Welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. And we are tapping in and channeling through who you are to your person, where you stand with them, and what it is that they are wanting when it comes to you and their connection with you. Okay, so keep in mind, you guys, it's a collective general love reading. Whatever resonates, you can do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that bit of information or that message and just leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. All the booking details can be found in the description box below. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category, and many of them are just $25. I do want to let you know that I do have this exact reading available in this format, okay, as a personal reading that you can book. Go check it out, see what calls out to you. We're going to get going on your reading. You guys were drawn to the rose quartz. This is like a worry stone, worry, R-O-R-R-Y, worry stone. And what you guys didn't see is what's written on it, which it says goddess. Okay, ooh. I'm going to leave that right there because I feel like that's actually part of the message for who your person might be seeing you as. Okay, so let's find out specifically who you are to them. We have Y showing up in the reverse. The number 31 could be significant, or the number 4. Okay, we have Death showing up. Oh, okay, and Death is 13. So there's like there could be a mirroring energy here. We got 31 and then we have 13. Okay, or what do they call that? Yeah, reversed mirroring or something like that. Interesting though. We have the 3 of Swords, a lot of 3s, and then the Page of Swords in the reverse. Who you are to your person, they could be seeing you go through some kind of a glow up, definitely some kind of a transformation. They may see you as somebody, now either they see you as really getting down to the nitty gritty, trying to figure out, you know, your subconscious motivations towards things, or that could be like for who you are to them, what you are doing to them, like you're the catalyst for that kind of work in them. This just could be, you know, you could be your person's mirror, or they know that they are your mirror. There's a lot of mirrored energy here, okay? So just keep that in mind as I'm going through these messages. A lot of what I'm picking up on, the both of you could be going through, okay? But with goddess energy, this feels like what's happening, this connection for who you are to your person. They could be seeing how you might be taking some of, you know, I'm hearing sharpening the knife or sharpening the sword. If you have experienced some heartache as a result, yeah, that's what the 3 of Swords is in Death. It's like you're taking whatever heartache you may have experienced at the hands of your person or as a result of this connection, and you're turning it into gold, okay? You're turning it into goddess energy. It's like refinement through fire, right? Refinement through pain and heartbreak. You really know that this person is like what this person is bringing out in you. It's a mirror. You're really recognizing your person as a mirror. And oh wow, and I'm getting a, yeah, you're really going within when it comes to this connection. Your person is noticing this about you because this is who you are to them. I'm hearing frequencies, like literally. So I don't know if your gifts are opening. Wow, this is some powerful energy coming through. Definite transformation here. Many of you are, you know, transforming into God or goddess energy as a result of, and I feel like that's both of you. If your person is doing the work and they're doing what you are doing, then both of you, it's like this connection has the power to transform both of you. But, you know, with death, there always is a death, but then a birth and renewal and transformation, you know, follows that, okay? So let's see. Let's find out what their actual thoughts and feelings are, and then we'll see what direction this is going. I keep hearing refinement through fire. We got Scorpio energy showing up with death. Give me one more shuffle. Oh, wow. I'm feeling on top of the world. Yeah, your person feels, okay, emotional highs with you. That can swing both ways, though. So, I mean, yes, you make your person feel very good. You do make them feel like they're feeling on top of the world. On top of the world. Let me get a couple more. But, you know, with stellar highs also can come some devastating lows, right? And I feel like they're feeling this and you're feeling this. Both, there's a lot of mirroring going on in this connection between you and your person, pile 2. Oh, wow. Still heartbroken. Um, I'm feeling like the tables have turned. Okay, we have keeping my options open, but that is showing up under the Three of Swords. And so I'm feeling like, someone here kept options open and caused the other person's heart to break because of that. And whoever the other person is, so I'm just going to say it with you, okay? If it's flipped, then flip it. So it's feeling like your person, when there was some kind of an agreement between the two of you, that not even if it was an agreement, but there could have been maybe even an unspoken agreement, or there was just something here where maybe you weren't keeping your options open. You just wanted to focus on your person and on your connection with them, but they weren't doing the same thing, right? They were keeping their options open and you weren't, and that caused you to experience some disappointment, even some heartbreak, okay? And now I feel like the tables have turned. Now you might be keeping your options open, not to be mean, but just to see what else is out there. Maybe you've experienced quite a lot of heartache and heartbreak with your person, and now, you're not just offering up your heart on a platter to this person anymore. They might have your heart, but you're like, I'm not offering commitment to you. I don't know if you're the one that I want to spend my life with. Like, yes, at one time you were, right? This is what you're telling to your person. This could also be some kind of a conversation they are reliving in their head or replaying in their head. But knowing that they had you, right? They had you. Like, you put yourself on lockdown for this person. You weren't going anywhere, and then maybe they pushed you to a point where you're like, okay, I'm actually starting to, open up my eyes and open myself up to the possibility that maybe there is somebody else out there for me that I might feel happier with, safer with, more stable with, that I would have a chance to have the kind of future that I want to have, that kind of thing. And, the tables have turned. I'm going to see where still heartbroken is showing up for. Some of you could have actually gone offline, like you may not be on social media, you could be taking a hiatus, but literally when I saw the Page of Swords show up in the reverse, it's like you've gone offline. I'm not sure, that could be literal, okay? If not literal, then this is like you're no longer, like when it comes to this connection, you've gone offline, okay? At the bottom of the deck, it says I can't talk right now. Let me find out what kind of energy that's coming from. Tell me about the bottom of the deck energy here. I can't talk right now. Basically what it feels like for who you are to your person and their thoughts and feelings has something to do with, like, they don't have you in the way that they used to have you. Now it's like you're at a point where if your person wants to be with you, they're going to have to put in some work. They're going to have to earn it. They're going to have to earn a connection with you or a commitment with you. Whereas before you offered it to them like by default, right? And it's not like that anymore. It feels like the tables have turned here. The script has definitely flipped between the two of you, and they're not necessarily liking it, okay? They're understanding it, not liking it. Tell me more about the bottom of the deck energy, please. Okay. That energy's passing. Your person may have been up until this point just not expressing a whole lot, not reaching out, maybe even blocking access to communication, for blocking your access to them as far as communication goes, but that's weakening, okay? It's on its way out. So, I mean, if you guys are in no contact, it's very likely your person may want to break no contact. Tell me more about still heartbroken. Whose energy is that? That's your person. Okay, so your person's heartbroken. And then we have fire energy and earth energy coming out. Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so still heartbroken over what? Pile 2, your person is still heartbroken over something. Possibly you going offline. Yeah. You may have gone in a different direction, or it's just they know that you are. You know, again, it's that energy of them having to earn what you used to so freely give before. They're feeling the loss of that. They're feeling the shift of that. And if there's absence in this connection, they're feeling that as well. They could also be they could still feel heartbroken because they messed up what was a sure thing. It's like they're beating themselves up, right? Kicking themselves, because I'm literally hearing them say, you know, I didn't know what I had until it was gone. I didn't realize it, right? Now they know, and now it's like it's too late. And it may not be too late, but now they're realizing I'm going to have to put in some real work. I'm going to have to earn it now when it was so freely given to me before. They really are kicking themselves over that. Let's find out where you currently stand with them. Where does pile 2 currently stand with their person? Soulmates, first card out. Okay, soul connection, partnership, agreement, and soul contract. Give me 2 more. Where does pile 2 currently stand with their person? Coffin. Wow. Same with that death energy. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Also transformation, right? Lightning. Holy crap. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. And then we got not today showing up at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Again, bottom of the deck energy. Let me find out what that's alluding to, because sometimes it's background energy, other times it's on its way out. Okay. Tell me more about not today. What's this bottom of the deck energy here? Or tell me more about this bottom of the deck energy. It's still in the background, okay? So it's still active. This is not dealing, hurt, avoiding a phone call, conversation, or a person, boundaries, and still angry. But that was clarified with the Queen of Wands here. Okay, which is this goddess, divine, and feminine energy, which is yours. I'm reading is yours. Again, it's a general reading, so you know. Yeah, it's like all this stuff is happening, and the first thing that's coming out is that yes, this is a soulmate connection that you have with your person. Epiphanies have been had here. Epiphanies are still probably happening. But it's like when it comes to the connection, it's like I'm not going there yet. I'm not doing that yet. Okay. This could also be talking about your person knowing that there needs to be some kind of an important conversation, or they need to reach out. Tell me more about not today. Yeah, there's no communication happening right now. Page of Cups in the reverse, you know. In the upright position, that's sweet messages. Not even really flirty, just real sweet, heart-based, affectionate, you know, even innocent and childlike, not immature or childish, but just feeling comfortable in somebody else's presence, and I don't feel like that's what's going on between the two of you here. There's just no conversations happening between the two of you. If there is conversations, it's business, right? Whatever business that might be. There's no, it's like, I don't want to say there is kind of a dryness to your guys' communication if and when it does happen. But I feel like that's being more motivated on your end, pile 2. I'm hearing too, that's part of the ouch for your person. That's part of that heartbreak, because they remember your energy when it was so much more different than what it is now. So you could have been more affectionate, or we can say you used to be affectionate towards your person, warm and inviting, playful, flirty, engaging, and now you're not. Your person is feeling, okay? I'm hearing devastated by that contrast. It's almost like they're looking at you like, who if it even is this person? And they're starting to understand and realize you gave them basically goddess VIP energy, and you gave it to them on a platter, and they fumbled it. And they may have fumbled it quite a few times before you finally were like, okay, you revoked access to that. And now you're like, if you have to deal with this person, that's fine. But they're getting a very muted version of your energy. And they're feeling it, pile 2, okay? What's going on with lightning? Tell me more about soulmates real quick. Tell me more about soulmates, please. There you go, Queen of... Okay, so yes, this is a very soulmate energy. There is a true bond and connection between the two of you. And I feel like, again, it's that refinement by fire. Whether you want to hear it or not, pile 2, it's almost like this person had to behave in the way that they behaved because they pulled things out of you, okay, that were dormant in your energy before you even met this person, okay? Otherwise, you never would have experienced the kind of dynamic with them that you did, right? And again, I feel like I don't have to explain that to you because you already know you're looking at this person as the mirror that they are. And you used the pain to your, what's the opposite of detriment? You used the pain to your benefit. The pain and the disappointment and the lies and betrayal, whatever is resonating there, you used it to clean up your own, to dissolve your own triggers, to work through abandonment wounds. You did some shadow work, all that good stuff. And look who's looking back at you in the mirror now. It's that Queen of Wands energy again. Okay. And so that may have been the soul agreement between the two of you before you guys ever incarnated this person coming through. Like, it's going to hurt like hell. But, I can't pull things out of you that don't exist. And so, if your person absolutely annihilated you, if they, no, I'm not talking about, abuse or anything like that. I'm talking about like if you were feeling devastated by certain things. And not that grief isn't a natural human thing, but there's levels to the stuff. Whereas, somebody can experience cheating and stuff like that, and yes, it'll hurt, and they'll even grieve, but then they'll move on. And then there's other people they'll get cheated on, they'll get hurt, and it like cripples them, right? And so there was something going on. I don't know if it's an attachment wound, abandonment issues, all of the above, right? Your person, that was kind of what the point of it was. I'm gonna highlight and shine a light on all of the scary shadows, and it's gonna bring all of that stuff to your conscious awareness, because that's the only time when those things are able to be healed, is when you're conscious of them. Okay, and you did it. You did the damn thing. Okay, but let's find out what's going on with lightning. What was the epiphany here? That says transformation. Upheaval and transformation. Yeah, there's this connection for both of you upended a lot, uprooted a lot, okay? Now, whether or not, like, you did stuff with that, right? I don't know if your person did, in terms of, like, the work or the shadow work and stuff. More about lightning. There's that Three of Swords in the reverse. Healing, yeah. Again, this feels like you guys are marrying a lot, okay? You're having a lot of, or you are having and you have had a lot of aha moments. Your person, again, they probably are too. Because this is, you know, where you stand with them. They've also had an epiphany here. The Three of Swords in the reverse. Tell me more about that as it relates to lightning. Oh, there's that Page of Swords and you going offline. Okay? Your person is more focused on you and what you got going on and what you're doing and what you're not doing. It's not so much where you stand with them. They're thinking about where they stand with you. That's what a lot of this feels like. I'm asking your person, like, where does pile 2 stand with you? They're not even interested about talking about themselves. They want to talk about you. Right? They want to know where they stand with you. Interesting. Oh, your person does not like that the tables have turned in this connection. Again, they're understanding it, but they do not like it. What does pile 2's person want with pile 2, please? Ooh, we got depression. And that's interesting that it's showing up right over where it says, I'm feeling on top of the world. This is prolonged grief, hopelessness, pessimism, and feeling victimized. This is interesting because we're talking about what they want. We also have dating. So this says, ready to start dating, meeting new love interest, getting over someone. Let's get another one. And they may want to get over you, okay? Especially if you are letting them know that the ending between the two of you is permanent. There's no second chances and stuff like that. That's what they could want. They could want to get over you. You know, and that makes sense for someone that's doing the shadow work to say that they want to feel depressed, because that's how we dissolve that energy, that stuck energy of depression. We immerse ourselves in it and we allow ourselves to feel the fullness of it, and then it starts to lighten up and get lighter. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I have another channel that I explain this stuff on. Linked in the description box below, there's 2 videos. One is called How to Stop Manifesting Separation, and the second one is the process by which to do that, called Releasing the Wands. It's hard for me to explain in these kinds of videos because, you know, people that are new to this work, they're not going to understand, right? But I feel like you are, because you've been doing some shadow work. And so this is like your person wanting to possibly get over you and get over the connection, or at least get over feeling stuck in regret and remorse and not wanting to camp out there. And so they're like, okay, I need to allow myself to really face the things that I have not been wanting to face when it comes to me in pile 2, right? Let's see. Let's get one more. Mental prison in the reverse. No, that's runner in the reverse. Interesting. They're not wanting to run from this connection anymore, okay? They may have been the runner up until this point, and they're not wanting to do that anymore. At the bottom of the deck, we have first love. Okay, this says no one compares to you. First true love and new love experiences. Yeah, this feels like your person is wanting to have new love experiences with you. Let me find out what's going on with dating. Okay, yeah, this is them saying that they want to get back out there. They want to get over you. Okay, they want to feel ready to start dating other people. But this depression is kind of dampening things. And I'm not saying that they're not trying to meet other people. What they're saying is, I want to feel aligned to it. So you might be out there dating and you're aligned with it, whereas before you may have not wanted to go out and meet anybody else or date anyone else because you were stuck on this person, right? And your person, again, the tables have turned. They are experiencing what you were experiencing. You know, they want to be able to, you know, feel aligned to dating someone else and not have any kind of awkwardness or weirdness about it or anything, but they do. Runner in the upright position says avoiding the connection, running from themselves and ignoring you. Yeah, that's what they're not wanting to do. So this is like them running towards the depression. They're starting to understand maybe ways that they've been holding themselves back, letting the past get in the way, letting their lower nature get in the way, letting their ego and their wounds get in the way. Tell me about depression. Oh, they feel so bad, you guys. They are deep in regret, pile 2. Deep in regret. They are seeing very clearly now. That's that lightning and that epiphany energy. Basically what they fucked off, right? What they so carelessly handled or mishandled or even discarded. You know, now they're looking, you know, we got keeping my options open, and that's showing up right with dating. 3 of Swords, though, they're doing it with a broken heart. They truly do not feel aligned to trying to find somebody else, but they're almost in this energy of feeling like they don't really have any other choice. They could really be feeling like, you're not coming back this time. That's what I'm hearing them say to themselves, like, damn, pile 2's not coming back this time. For many of you, you know, there's been a permanent ending here. If not, then that is definitely a very loud fear in your person's energy. That's one of their biggest fears, is that you're not coming back this time. And so they're trying to maybe hype themselves up to like get back out there again, but they're just not feeling it. Because they're realizing with first true love here, no one compares to you. New love experiences, first true love, you know, nothing and no one compares to you, pile 2. So, I mean, it very could be like, you know, for what your person is wanting, they just want to wallow in the sorrow, right? Wallow in the pity and in the remorse that they're feeling for having realized too late just who and what you were to them and what it could have been. And now they're thinking about, you know, what it could never be, what it might never be. And that's, man, your person with prolonged grief here, hopelessness, pessimism, and feeling victimized. It's prolonged grief, though. They're having a difficult time getting over that because, you know, that requires them to forgive themselves, and they're having a very difficult time with that. All right, pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. That is a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you have not already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 2, I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. And this time we are channeling through who you are to your person, what it is they're wanting from you, and where it is you stand with them. Okay, so just keep in mind it's a general collective love reading. Whatever resonates, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop that bit of information and leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating with. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into your connection with your person. All the booking details can be found in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available to you in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. I also have this exact reading here in this format available as a personal, so you can go check that out as well. Pile 3, we're going to get going on your reading. You guys were drawn to the Lepidolite worry stone, and what you guys weren't seeing is gratitude, which was fumbled a little bit there, okay? So we'll see. Your person could feel very grateful for, you, very thankful. So who you are to them, we have a change in the wind showing up in the reverse. We have the number 12 could be significant, or the number 3. And then we also have the 6 of Swords, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and then the Ace of Wands. Interesting. Let me check the book. Oh my goodness, sorry. What's going on here? A change in the wind in the reverse. The book says, there are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best, for the highest good. Even if the storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, everything will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed sense of clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. Okay, so you're the tower moment they didn't quite expect, okay? There's some kind of some like a catalyst. You're the catalyst to change that they weren't expecting. They don't fully understand it with the Ace of Swords here. But for who you are to them, I am hearing you are definitely a breath of fresh air, and you bring a fire and a spark. There's a certain vibe that you bring to them. I'm hearing it's unmatched. Let me see what's going on with that. The 6 of Swords. Yeah, they're definitely seeing you as a transition, a point of transition. Let me see what's going on with the 6 of Swords here. It could very well be that your guys' connection demands growth of your person, okay? 6 of Swords, tell me more about that, please. Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah, this is interesting, interesting energy coming through. You are teaching your person how to stabilize, or what needs to be done to stabilize their own energy despite what's happening around them, okay? That 6 of Swords, yeah, learning how to remain at peace no matter what's happening. Whether you understand it or not, with that Ace of Swords in the reverse, your person could be somebody who's very calculating, who's very logical, who wants to know what the next step is, why it doesn't need to be the next step. It almost feels like you're teaching your person how to have faith. I don't know if you're doing that by modeling. Let's find out what their thoughts and feelings are towards you. Your person could have been stuck, or could have been feeling stuck prior to meeting you, or they could have been feeling very stagnant in energy. And I'm seeing somebody who's like boat or something is like hooked on to like a pole or something, or it's anchored and they're not able to bring it up for some reason. You come along and you kind of help unhook it. It's like You know what I'm seeing? Oh my gosh, it's a meme. I don't know if it was an elephant or a horse. It could be both, but um, there was either an elephant or a horse, and they were hooked up to like a plastic chair. Um, and they weren't moving because of it, even though they could have easily, right? Conditioning. You're definitely coming in for who you are to your person, and your whatever like self-sabotaging conditioning they may have had, it's like you're coming along and you're unhooking a lot of things for them, whether you know it or not, pile 3. Okay, tell me, pile 3's person, real, true, honest thoughts and feelings towards pile 3, please. Making you a top priority, and it came out with let's spend more quality time together. Hello. Okay. And that may be something that needs to be like progressed to, especially with the 6 of Swords. It may not be something that your person is able to just dive head into right now, but that feels like that's one of their intentions, right? That's what they're wanting. Ooh, we aren't right for each other, but that is also showing up underneath the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I'll do some digging on that one. What do we got here? We want different things with the Ace of Wands there. Okay. Bottom of the, ooh, wound mates, that's why. Okay, bottom of the deck, we got wound mates. Yeah, so yes, you are a catalyst. You are unhooking a lot of things, and in the process of doing that, you're also shining a light, a very bright light, on a lot of their fears and their doubts and their insecurities, possibly even their abandonment wounds and attachment issues if they have them. And people with abandonment wound, well, I should say people with attachment woundings, especially if they're avoidant, they can tend to hyperfixate on what they think could be wrong. And if there isn't anything, you know, blatantly wrong in the connection, they'll, you know, that the wounding will make something up. Okay. And so that could have been like your person saying we aren't right for each other and we want different things. That could have been their way of keeping themselves mentally and emotionally either distanced and or disconnected and detached from, you know, from you and from this connection. If you don't know about attachment wounds, definitely go look them up. Okay. It will help you to not take a lot of things that other people do, I don't want to say seriously, but personally, okay? There is still some confusion in your person's field, though, with this Ace of Swords still being in the reverse. They're not quite understanding everything yet, but the ignition to change has been sparked, okay? It's happening. I'm hearing that you have them questioning a lot of things that they may have in the past. Have been like whatever convictions they may have had about things or beliefs, or, you know, they made their minds up about something. You are causing them to question a lot of those paradigms, especially if it has been limiting them. Okay, you got this person's mind, you got the gears spinning in their mind. You definitely, there's a curiosity that you sparked in your person to now where they're going through and looking at things like, okay, this is what I think, but is this really how it is? You know, where something was real rigid and like it was a conviction, now it's starting to soften up into, you know, maybe there's something else to this, that kind of a thing. But let's find out. Tell me more about, we aren't right for each other and we want different things. Why are those two energies here? It's because of the wound mate showing up at the bottom of the deck, but let's see if the cards want to say anything else. Yeah, curiosity. They're questioning those, okay, with the Page of Swords. They are, so if your person has at any point, pile 3, told you that we're not right for each other, we want different things, they are actually questioning that right now, okay? What does this mean? Actually, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and move on in the reading, and then if I feel like those need to be clarified further, I will sometimes. The other questions will answer those questions for me. Let's see. Pile 1 or 3, who are they to their person? We have the snake. This is competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Are you a third party energy here? Hold on though. That may not be what we think it is. We got camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and making memories. Give me one more. Who is pile 3 to their person? Oh, wedding rings. Yeah. Okay. Where you stand with your person, pile 3, you got under your person's skin in a good way, okay? Whatever their programming was staunch, like it was set almost damn near in stone. You got in there and you started like what do they call that? Like tilling it up, upending it. I forget what they call that. When they go into the ground, they start breaking up the ground to get it ready for planting season again. And that's what you did. And this feels like, and the snake was undetected. Your person was not expecting this of this connection. They not at all. Okay. So with the snake energy there, I'm picking up that, what they're not seeing you. Your person isn't seeing you as a snake, as competition, as an enemy. This is coming. It's your person's ego, their programming, their wounded ego, the gatekeeper of that programming, kind of seeing you, because you're getting in there, and it's because of that. It's like everything is changing. Within your person, programming is changing. They're questioning everything. Which can really throw a person into cognitive dissonance. And I'm picking up on that energy right now. That's that energy with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. Your person's entire core identity could be in the process of shifting. Who they know themselves to be prior to meeting you, should they stay on this course with you, is going to be somebody completely different. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we have self-indulgence. It says focus on self-worth, time to heal, and shadow work. Yeah, shadow work being done there. Interesting to note that that's coming out right on top of wound mates. Okay? But again, I love that you guys were drawn to the Lepidolite, because the Lepidolite's all about calming, especially for people that have high anxiety, or they tend to panic or something like that. But in the energy of somebody that's going through a complete identity level transformation, questioning things that they have believed for a very long time, again, it's that cognitive dissonance that's coming through in this. You're coming in there and you're shaking a lot of stuff up, and you're also soothing them at the same time, right? Which is actually what needs to be done in order for the nervous system to even allow something like that to happen. Otherwise, the nervous system will lock up and be like, nope, we're not doing that. So I don't know. There's something going on with your energy, pile 3, somehow. I don't know how you're doing it, but you're getting past your person's defenses. And I'm talking about something that has been on lockdown for a very long time. It's like the Fort Knox of gatekeepers when it comes to ego. I'm picking it up like it was a steel trap. They weren't changing for shit. And then they met you, and all of a sudden you're like a virus. That made it past all the gatekeepers, defenses, and you're getting, somehow it's like your influence is getting beneath all of that, and it's uprooting every single self-limiting, self-sabotaging program that has been in your person's energy, forever, since they've been born, right? And then we have wedding rings. It says union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Wow. So here it goes from your person like, okay, we're not right for each other, we want different things, to making you a top priority, wanting to spend more quality time with you, up and including getting married, spending every day together, being together for the rest of your guys' lives. And with camera here, where you stand with them, they want to make memories with you, good memories, right? Photo worthy memories. Whereas before, maybe they were, not that kind of person, or just whatever that case may be. Let's find out what they're wanting. What does pile three's person want when it comes to pile three and their connection with pile three? Okay, there you go. Main lady or main person. Okay. Says they have chosen no interference, focused on one person. Yeah. So there is no other woman or other person or third party. Okay. If there is or has been, they want to choose you. They want you to be the only person. Okay. Look at that. That's showing up right on top of making you a top priority. Let's spend more quality time together. Okay. They're choosing you, pile three. That's what they want. They want to choose you. What does pile three's person want when it comes to pile three and their connection with pile three? What do they want? Chaser in the reverse. Let's see. It says low self-esteem, validation of self-worth, and abandonment issues. Okay, that's take me back over here to the self-indulgence at the bottom of the deck. They're trying to figure out how to fill their own cup, right? Not reaching for you and their connection with you stemming from like a place of lack or a void. It's like they do want to come together with you, spend more quality time with you and stuff like that, but they want to do it for the right reasons, okay? They don't want to do it because they can't handle being alone, nothing like that. They're trying to do this from the right space. They definitely don't want abandonment wounds and attachment issues having any say in this connection with you at all for what they're wanting, right? Give me one more. Money is tight. It says money problems, not enough money, careful about expenditures. That's what they want, that careful about expenditures. And then we have love offer at the bottom of the deck. I'm almost picking up on like your person is wanting to be very careful about the way they're going to go about things. There's almost a cautionary energy coming through. Love offer at the bottom of the deck says sincere offer of love, romantic gift, and expressions of love. Yeah, it's weird. That word auditing. A-U-D-I-T-I-N-G, auditing. Huh. Tell me more about money is tight. I'm just hearing them say they want to be smart about this. They want to go about this the right way, okay, for what they're wanting. They want to do it the right way. It's that, it's the energy, remember? Yeah, because I was telling you, like, they want to make sure that they're pursuing you in a connection with you from the right space. They're auditing the energy of the motivation. That Ace of Wands can be motivation and desire and the courage to take action, right? And so they're wanting to make sure that the energy that they are pursuing you with is coming from a whole space, right? A healed space, not an abandoned space. I hope that makes sense. Anything to add? What's the love offer at the bottom of the deck, please? Oh, yeah. The Three of Cups. I mean, they want to have, like, just, again, more quality time with you. This could be them also maybe wanting to introduce you to friends or bring you into their friend circle. Maybe take your guys' connection and make it more public. This feels more like introducing you to friends and family. Why is this at the bottom of the deck, though? Okay. They're waiting until they feel fully aligned to that, okay, with the King of Wands in the upright position. And that's exactly what a King of Wands does. A King of Wands knows their energy really well. And they are the masters at taking aligned action. So the reason why they're not like, taking you onto public outings or taking you yet to like get-togethers or introducing you to friends or anything like that, is because they don't yet feel aligned to it. Now they want to, that is something that they're wanting to do. But again, we have that auditing energy coming through with your person wanting to make sure like it's coming from the right space. Okay. Pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It is a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so, simply by subscribing. Don't forget about that notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. In pile 3, I'll see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.